Alright guys, welcome to a new video. Today we're going to be doing the top speed on my 1987 Honda Trx250r. I know a lot of people are like, oh, why do you do the top speed runs? Well, I like it. I like to do them. They're kind of fun. And it just shows what this 330 can do. I'm guessing this thing goes faster than my other Trx250r. That one was modded and it was ported, but it was not big board. And I think that one did 74 miles an hour. So I'm guessing this one, or I think, was this 74? No. It was 70, exactly 70. Yeah, I think it was exactly 70 miles an hour. Or was it 69? I can't remember. I'm gonna have to look back. But I'm pretty sure this one's gonna go faster. It's the top end on this thing is crazy. The bottom end is not as good, which is why I think it's gonna go faster. The other one would pop up in like every gear. This one kind of like bogs in first, second, third, and then opens up in fourth, fifth, and sixth. I think there's 6 gears, but it really flies once you hit those higher gears. And I think the big bore kit for it was actually for that. I think it's for drag racing, and it's got the top speed down. It's for really high top speed. It's an ESR kit on here, and you can buy these. I think the kits, depending on if you get it ported and different mods to it, are around $850. Plus, like, he put V-Force reeds in, so that's another $150. And yeah, so plus an FMF pipe goes for I think $250. And then he looked at the whole bottom end, put a new clutch in it as well. So this goes for, this motor alone is probably like $1,300, $1,400 just for the, you know, the aftermarket pieces on here, which is quite a bit. And I paid $1,900 for the whole thing, which I thought was a pretty good deal. But yeah, today we're gonna be figuring out how fast it really goes. It's finally starting to warm up here in Wisconsin, for one day at least. And everything's melting. You can see everything melting here. So the roads are all clear of ice and everything, so we should get a pretty good representation of what this thing can do today for top speed. And this is in no means saying that this thing is better than the other one or whatever. It's just the top speed test. It's just how fast it is. This thing is definitely in worse shape than my other one, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. It's a good beater quad. Beater quad for a TRX. It's got old plastics on it, like I said before. It's not pretty looking, but it does the job. And as you guys know from last video, we got the CR250 apart, so that's looking pretty good. And John was going to borrow the motor for his ice race, but that got canceled. And they're probably right to cancel it because today's Saturday, and today's the day the race would have been. And there's probably 5 inches of water on top of the ice today. So good thing that was canceled. Probably better to cancel it than waste everyone's time out there in the wetness. But anyway, bike is back together. I just finished it up today, and it's looking good. It's looking better than it did. So I don't know how that's possible, but this bike is just mint. And yeah, the motor, like you guys saw, is just perfect. Everything about this bike is almost perfect. It's probably never going to sell this bike. And then Charlie's behind it's really nice as well, the 125. But quick wanted to update you guys on the CR80 build. I know I haven't talked about this in a while. So where we are in this process is we've got a couple parts going up for powder coating. I got the swing arm on, I've got the wheel on, and we've got the sprocket on the back wheel as well. We've got all new bearings in the wheels, all new bearings in the swing arm, all new bearings in this thing, I forgot what this is called. And then the shock is going to go on next. I had to strip it down to the blue. You can see the blue color right there. Then we got a couple more pieces of paint up on the shock, and then that can be put in. And then we've got the handlebars on here. We've got the controls on. You can see it's a little dusty from sitting here, but it's going to be looking pretty good. I just ordered the piston for it as well. The standard size piston for this is 47 millimeters. So I ordered a 47 millimeter piston. That will be coming pretty soon, and then we can put the top end together. I've got the top end gasket kit in here ready to go, and then we've got the cylinder and brand new bolts and everything for the cylinder. So this thing's gonna be looking awesome. Also, we got a seat cover for it. They sent me, I don't know if they sent me the wrong one or what, but seat cover is like way too big for it. and I messaged the guy on eBay and he's not responding, so I'm gonna have to return that somehow because it's the right color, it's just the wrong size. That's definitely not for a CR80. Maybe a 125 or a 250, but definitely not for a CR80. So we're gonna have to return that and situate that out. But I think I'm at like 900 bucks for this build so far, so well over budget, as you guys were predicting before. But what can you do? Bikes are expensive to rebuild. Plus, I just put the shocks out. We've got the shocks going out for powder coating. Those are coming back next week, Monday, so we can start putting the shocks back together. I cleaned them all out. They look really, really good. All the tubes are really clean. No scratches or rust anywhere, and the springs look really good. They're the same size. So that was good, and it has all the hardware on it. All the hardware is good. So all we have to do is put the springs back in, rebuild the shocks, and then the bottom ends I'm going to polish up. So those are going to be looking pretty sweet. And then we'll put new oil in them, and then we have to put some nitrogen in the top where the little air attachment is, and then I'll have Eklund do that. They can just quick blow a couple PSIs in there, and then we'll be good to go there. Put the shocks in, put the front tire on, and this bike's going to be pretty much good to go. I have not worked on the tank or the plastics yet. I'm saving that for last. But the pipe is done. Everything is done except for the plastics right now, basically. The tank looks really, really rough right now, but we'll be working on that. The guy painted both sides of the plastics. It really sucks because we're going to have to clean off both sides now. And it's like tough paint. It's almost like bed liner on here. I bought a bunch of paint stripper, so we're going to have to work at those and try to see what we can do with that. And then I cleaned out the air box, put the air filter in, brand new air filter and everything, and then got that all oiled up and ready to go. So this air box is ready to go back on the bike once we get the shock on there. So this bike is going to be done probably within a week and a half, 2 weeks. So as I said before, I'm giving away this bike, and a lot of you guys have already donated. I think we raised $805 or something like that over the course of this month. And to enter the contest, all you have to do is donate $5 or any amount to the giveaway, to the GoFundMe page for this build. And each dollar you donate goes to the build. I put the money back into the bike. And so basically you're just paying to rebuild the bike. And then I give it away to one of the people who donated. Each dollar you donate to the bike is one entry into the contest. So if you donate $5, you get 5 entries into the contest. $10, 10 entries, and so on. And then at the end of the restoration, I'm going to put a bunch of names in a big bucket, mix it all around, and then pick a name, and I'll do that live so you guys can see, and then we'll ship out the bike to that person. Or if they're close by, we can drive it there and see what they think of the bike, which would be pretty cool. But one lucky person is going to be winning this bike, which is probably valued at around $1,700 once it's done. So that would be pretty cool. I'll leave the link down in the description for you guys to donate. You've got a week and a half to donate, and then the contest is over, and I'm doing the drawing. So I'll tell you guys when the cutoff date is, but it's probably going to be in a week and a half. So definitely don't forget about it, because if you're not entered, you're not winning the bike, and all it takes is like $5. So again, I'll leave the link in the description. You guys can donate if you want to enter the bike contest. You don't have to if you don't want to. But you could potentially win a $1,700 bike, which $5 for $1,700, pretty good deal. Anyway, let's get back to the top speed test on this thing. Should be pretty interesting. I'm pumped for it. I'm thinking it's going to go 75 miles an hour. I'm going to go, well, 76 miles an hour. Let's go 74.8. Final answer, 74.8 miles an hour we're going to do. Hopefully it doesn't blow up. I think we've got enough gas in here. Let's see. Last time John was over, he was riding it, and I think it was pretty low on gas. Now we're good. This is mixed 32-to-1, so it's running a little bit rich, which I'm guessing if we leaned it out to like 50-to-1, this thing would fly and open up a lot better in the bottom end, but we don't want to blow it up. And then update with the Warrior. Still have the Warrior. I listed it on Facebook, so you guys can find it there if you want to buy this. I need to get $600 for it, so if you guys want it for $600, come and grab it. I might be looking at the starter today as well to see if I can fix that, because it's really not cranking it over too well. So we'll be looking at the starter today after the race, so stay tuned for that. I'm guessing it's going to be junk, but we'll see. Anyway, let's switch to GoPro, get the top speed done, and see how fast this thing can go. Alright, got the beast out here. Very sunny today, but let's try to kick it over. Hopefully this thing starts up. I don't know how the seat goes up like that. It's really weird. But yeah, usually this takes a couple kicks, maybe 5, and with the choke on, and then, you know, if it doesn't start in 5 kicks, I usually tip it over, get some gas going to the carburetor, and then it starts with like first kick. So we'll see what it does today. I'm guessing 7 kicks here. Alright, let's see how many kicks this thing takes to get started today. I'm guessing 7. Second kick, pretty good. 3 prime kicks, I think, and then second kick, 1 big kick, and good to go. Things getting a lot easier to start, which is good. All right, let's take her for a top speed run. All right, I think we're rolling. What do you predict, Chuck? Get you a prediction. I'm going 74.8. 66. Okay, we got the speedometer hooked up. We got the maximum speed on the side over here. Hopefully I'm right and Charlie's wrong. Last time I predicted, exactly correct. No, I was on the last TRX. Oh yeah. Alright, here we go. Let's do her. Gas is on. Everything's good to go here. One big kick. It's already been warming up for a while. Oh, it's so wet, wet. Let her warm up for a little bit more. Oh, smell the 2-stroke. Oh yeah. Write your predictions down below, how fast you think it's gonna go. Do not cheat. It's no fun. Pipe's pretty warm. Let it warm up for a little bit longer, then we'll begin the top speed test. I hope it goes faster than the other one. That'd be sweet. There's no way it goes faster than 75 though. Banshees go 75. So could it be a Banshee killer? I'm not sure. I am not sure. It kind of feels like a Banshee actually, because Banshees kind of have like the top end power, as these usually have the torque and the bottom end. So to me it actually kind of feels more like a Banshee riding it, which I like the Banshees. I like the top speed. I like that you have to rev it out to, you know, really get going. You know, obviously like for a woods bike it wouldn't be as fun, but for dunes, for drag racing, this is nice. See it? Yeah, I think we're good. Get the second camera angle here. See if we're rolling. Yeah, we're good to go. Roads are all clear. That was 50 right there. If that gives you any indication as to how fast it goes. Went 50 right there. Alright, here we go. Write your predictions down below. Yeah, top speed 50 right there. Here we go. We're gonna let it rip here. Really drag it out. Hopefully don't blow it up. 3, 2, 1. 19, 26, 42. Hit 70. 70 is pretty good. I think I didn't let it like string out long enough in I think 5th gear. Feels like it wants to go faster than that for some reason. Right there. Come on, baby. There we go. Woo! Woohoo! Ho ho ho! 72. Wanted to hit 73. Wanted to. That's pretty good. That's almost as fast as Banshee. Almost as fast as a Banshee. That is insane. I bet you if it was tuned right. I'm happy with that. 72 is not bad at all. Not too shabby. Alright guys, just got done with the top speed test. We did two laps. We went from all the way down to the corner to my mailbox and or a little bit past, and we hit 70 on the first lap, and then the second time coming back we hit 72 miles an hour, which I think it was closer to 73 if I'm gonna be honest, because it was really pushing that. And I think you could hear, I think there's 6 gears in this thing, but 5th gear, it just takes off, and 6th gear kind of just holds that for a long time. So I think if I would have held out in 5th gear a little bit longer, we would have gone faster. Probably would have hit 75, but I'm pretty happy with 72. That's pretty good. I'm gonna quick look at my old video and see how fast the other one was, because I think this is definitely faster. We'll have to confirm in a little bit, but you can see right here. I don't know if you guys can see. Max speed, 72 miles an hour right there. So, pretty happy with it. Charlie predicted, what did he predict? 66. I predicted 74.8. So I was the winner of that. Pretty good. But yeah, pretty happy with it. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments below. Alright guys, so we got the starter off here. You can see I took it all apart. So basically this piece goes on the top, this piece goes on the bottom, and then it's held in by these two long screws. I've taken apart a lot of starters in my day. Every Polaris I pretty much buy has a starter issue. The Polaris starters are like one of the main things that need to be replaced in Polaris 4x4s. So Polaris Sportsman 500s always have starter issues, and the starter's usually like up here. And a lot of people don't know how to replace them for some reason, so they mark them really cheap. And actually, a lot of the times you can actually use the same starter. Usually the issue I find with the Polarises are that there's two little things that go in and out like this, and it's spring action right here. You can see this wound coil that actually makes that spring back like that, and there's two of them that need to make contact. And a lot of the times these starters, one of them is pushed in like this, and it's either rusted in there or just corroded in, and it doesn't come back out. This one for the Warrior is actually fine, but these are actually worn down pretty good. You can see this one is a lot longer than this one, and that one's pushed all the way in, and it's not making as much contact as it should with this thing. And I think that might be one of the issues. Plus it has a ton of oil in it. The other starters that I've dealt with never have that much oil in it. That could be another potential issue. The actual magnets in here and the coil looks really, really good. I'll quick show you guys that once my hands are cleaned up. But what we're going to do is drain out the oil and then try to push these out a little bit further and just clean up all this stuff, get all the oil off of it, put it back together and see if that makes a better connection, see if it turns over the motor a little bit more, and see if we can get that power back to this starter. Because I've fixed, like I said before, a lot of Polaris starters that weren't turning it over, would just click, and this was the issue where these were stuck. Unfortunately, that's not the issue here. What I think it might be is maybe it's just worn out, where you actually do need to replace it. And but yeah, so if you guys have a starter that just clicks and it's not the solenoid, usually one of these is just, you know, pinched in there like that and rusted out. And what you do is you take a screwdriver and very carefully you can either soak it in some WD-40, which I use all the time, or you could soak it in something else, and then that should just release, and then you'll make contact, and then it shouldn't click over anymore, and you should be good. Also, a lot of the time these magnets in here get stuck to the sides of the actual case right here. Rust can form in here, water can get in here, and then it can rust those magnets actually right directly to here, and then it won't go. So a lot of times I find out that these are a little bit corroded, so you just sand them off and sand this case with like 2000 grit, and then put it back together and it's good to go. But yeah, that's the inside of a starter. They're really, really simple to work on and really easy things to fix. As long as these wires aren't broken, you're good to go. You can basically sand them down, clean them up, and put them back together, and usually probably 90% of the time they work. So if you guys don't want to spend like 60 bucks on a starter, just take it apart first, go through it, see what's wrong with it, and put it back in the bike, test it out. It really can't hurt. But with this one, we're going to clean it up and then put it back in, see if it has a little bit more power than it did before. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the top speed run on the Trx250r. Hopefully it exceeded your expectations on this thing. It did mine, I know. I think we can hit 75 with it, which would be just insane. And I think it would keep up with the Banshee. Because I've ridden probably 5 Banshees now in my lifetime, and this is very comparable to it, in my opinion. So leave a comment down below what you guys think of it, what you guys think the correct jetting would be on one of these big bore kits, because I have no idea. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. My Instagram is 2_vintage_. If you guys want to go follow behind the scenes. Also, if you guys want to enter the drawing for the bike, the link will be in the description. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for subscribing. Until next time, we are out.